What up, though, yo? Welcome to the What Up, Though Show Network. This is your boy, OG Tim Wilson, and I am here with none other than my homeboys, OG Big Ed and OG Wayz. And this is the Showdown. Check it. Yeah. This is where we talk sports, we talk shop, and we talk shit. And this week in the NFL, we had the NFL draft with a lot of surprises, and some teams are going to fall and other rises. And yeah, we got a lot going on, man. What's happening, fellas?
Nothing much, just chilling.
Man, I'm with you there. Ain't doing a damn thing but kicking it.
Man, you know what? But it's okay. I learned last night, if you ain't doing a damn thing but kicking it, it's still okay to get drunk. Don't let that stop you, man. Don't let that stop you. So, what y'all think about the draft? What's your thoughts?
I think most teams did pretty good. The only team that I seen that really had some problems was New England. They didn't really fix no holes that they had. But other than that, everybody other than that had a pretty good draft.
This was probably the most entertaining draft I've seen. And
It was quite a bit of activity, huh?
yeah, and that's why when I say entertaining, I'm not talking, ha ha he type shit. This draft had so much going on. It got to a point where it was almost hard to keep up with what was going on.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, especially the first round was entertaining. And then as Nakobe Dean and Malik Willis started to fall and tumble, I just could not believe what I was seeing, man. I couldn't believe that the Lions passed him up 3 times after he. I'm like, you had him in a late second round, you still passed him. Then they had him again, they passed him, and he dropped all the way to late third round. I was shocked. I think Nakobe Dean is going to be the steal of the draft. You got any steal of the draft picks? Big Ed? Wayz? I think Nakobe Dean is the steal. He's the absolute steal of the draft to me. I thought when I saw Georgia play, I've only watched him a few times, but every time I watched him, he jumped off the screen at me. And I hate to steal that. That's still a cliche from Skip Bayless, but he did though. He jumped off the screen at me. It was the Nakobe Dean show every time I saw them, and I was like, "That's the guy." Everybody's talking about Jordan Davis, but that's the guy. And this dude dropped all the way. And not only that, Philly got him and Jordan Davis.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought Philly had a good draft in that regard, man. I think they got 2 absolute monsters.
I think Tennessee picking up Malik Willis is going to be a steal of the draft.
I can kind of agree, primarily because it's pretty clear Ryan Tannehill already feels threatened.
You think so?
Oh man, he's already said, he's like, basically what he said is he has no intentions of mentoring Malik Willis because he's competition.
I gotta say I actually agree with him. I mean, he said it's not my job to mentor him. If he pick something up and learn from me, that's fine. That's on him. But I'm not. It's not my job to mentor somebody to come take my job. That don't make sense. That's the coach's job. That's why y'all that's what you get paid to do.
Right.
I get paid to go out here and win fucking football games.
Yeah.
Y'all get paid to mentor and coach these dudes up, not me. Hell, that ain't what I get paid to do.
So what the hell? I'm gonna teach my replacement how to do my job.
Mentoring nobody.
Right. Exactly. I guess, yeah.
I mean, I agree with him on it, and not saying that I disagree with you. It doesn't mean that he doesn't feel threatened, but I mean, I agree with him with that theory, but you could be right. He could feel threatened by it, though. I don't know, man. I'm not 100% sold on Malik Willis. I wasn't at draft day, and a lot of people were saying the Lions might take him second, and I was like, that would be a mistake to me. I'm not a. Yeah, I saw him throw some great passes on the YouTube. I saw 3 throws against nobody.
Yeah,
right.
They looked great, but that's all I saw.
Right.
So I'm lukewarm. I'm a wait and see on Malik Willis, and I think he's as everybody else said, a project. So, and that's why a lot of people said it's a good pick for Tennessee because they're not in a rush.
Right.
They can sit him down and let him develop him on a sideline and give him time. And when it's time, and then when he gets in, he gets in. I guess.
Yep.
What did you think about Minnesota?
Well, hold on. Let me get my sneaker in there for you.
Go ahead.
For my sleeper pick that went Christian Watson going to Green Bay.
Yeah.
I think he's got his new Jordy.
We'll see. I think it's going to be interesting to watch who made who. Did Aaron Rodgers make Devontae Adams, or did Adams make Rodgers? That's going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah,
because he's got to make a new guy now.
Oh yeah.
But remember, he also made Randall Cobb and he made Jordy Nelson, and so he's got a history of making receivers.
That's a good point. That is fair. And if that's the case for Devontae, what happens to him when he gets to the Raiders? I mean, but that was his old quarterback, right? What didn't him and Carr play in college together?
Yeah, and I was just gonna say,
Carr has actually been being mentored lately by Aaron Rodgers.
Well, not even just that, but the fact that Carr and Devontae Adams had that chemistry well before Aaron Rodgers had the opportunity to work with Adams. I think they're going to actually be the duo to watch out for this year.
Hell yeah, especially with Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah.
And Darren Waller.
Yeah. It's going to be the Raiders is going to be someone to watch for.
If they have a decent defense behind them, the Raiders might actually be in the Super Bowl next year.
Woo! Super Bowl?
I ain't jumping that far.
The AFC is loaded, bro. The AFC
I'm going to set this hula hoop on fire and use it and hope not to get burnt.
If they have a defense behind them, they can end up in the Super Bowl.
The AFC is loaded, though, bro.
Yeah. So are the Raiders on offense.
Yeah, that's offense, though.
If they have a defense behind them, a decent defense behind them that can stop somebody from scoring, they can end up in the Super Bowl.
Well, at this point of the offseason, we should be hitting the ifs when it comes to defenses. These defenses should be pretty much on lock at this point.
But I'm just saying the AFC is loaded. I mean, look what they got to get through just to get out their division, leave alone out the conference.
Man.
You got the LA Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You got Russell Wilson that went to Denver.
Mm-hmm.
And you got Kansas City. That's just in your division. I ain't even talking about the rest of the conference. I ain't even talking about Deshaun Watson that went to Cleveland and Buffalo and Cincinnati and the Baltimore Ravens. The AFC ain't no joke, dude.
Yeah, but think about Cleveland. Deshaun Watson may not even see the field this year.
Yes, he will.
So it depends on if he gets a suspension.
He'll hit the field.
That's still up for grabs.
He'll see the field.
Yeah.
He might lose a few games, but he'll see the field.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom Brady got 4 games for cheating in a football game. This dude, they had discretion, had nothing to do with football.
That's true.
It had nothing to do with the NFL. There really is no precedent for them. He shouldn't actually get a suspension.
Yeah, he's been out for.
He didn't do shit wrong. The court of law didn't find him guilty. He didn't do shit.
Yeah,
as far as they concerned, he shouldn't get a suspension.
Well, according to the NFL, it's still under investigation.
I'm sure they're gonna investigate and probably give him a few games to pacify bitches, but he shouldn't get nothing.
exactly. The only reason they're saying that is to satisfy woke culture until it goes and the season starts.
That's all. And he might, like I said, he might lose a few games out of it,
Yeah.
but that'll be it. How many games did Ben Roethlisberger lose? 6?
Something like that.
And he raped a bitch.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on, man. He ain't gonna get to. He'll see the field this season.
Yeah.
He'll see the field this season.
Now to answer your question about how we thought the Vikings did, I think we did act really good. Not as good as I think we could have, but I think we did a real good job on our draft. We definitely covered our absolute needs.
Big Ed, how you feel about Chicago?
Actually, I'm actually feeling pretty good about Chicago. We went into the draft with 6 draft picks and ended up with 11. The first 2 were defensive backs, a corner and a safety, both of which we needed. One to complement Jalen Johnson, one to complement Eddie Jackson. We got Velus Jones. We got another speed threat receiver we could put in the slot. Everybody's pissed off because we didn't get a top name receiver, but with the quality of defensive backs that were there with our first 2 picks, we had to take them.
Well, you got the main thing Chicago should have went for. They did, and that was to get that offensive line to work.
Oh yeah, we picked up 3 offensive linemen.
4, 3 tackles and 1 center.
So
we didn't do this, yo.
Ooh, I'm telling.
We deep in the conversation and even to the shot.
cheers.
Now, what about your 49ers?
Lukewarm. Lukewarm about my 49ers. I don't know. I mean, I understand why they grabbed the running back, and I know a lot of people turn up their nose at that. Like, you got a running game already. Why you get a running back? But that's what they do. Mm-hmm. They load up on them because we run so much. We go through running backs like water. You know what I'm saying? We when you run a lot, you're going to have injuries. You better have somebody else on deck. And that's what they do. So they pile up on running backs. I thought they would have addressed I thought they would have been more aggressively addressing the secondary.
Mm-hmm.
I really did.
I was going to say, I was hoping they was going to get a safety.
Yeah, I thought they would address. I mean, the secondary in general. Yeah, I know there's the big joke about the guy that missed the interception in the NFC Championship game to go to the Super Bowl, and that is true. He did. He missed a game, fucking winning interception. It hit him in the chest, but that was an anomaly. Just in general, though, that secondary got torched a few games, more games than they should have. And I thought the secondary was the weakness of that the weak spot on that defense. I thought the secondary really is the weakest area of the team, and I thought they would more aggressively address the secondary. They did address it. I mean, they grabbed the corner. They went defensive line. They went running back. But they didn't go. So they didn't go aggressively at addressing the defensive backfield. Although it also comes back to the fact that Trey Lance better be a motherfucker because we didn't have. We missed out on some picks, some good players, and some good opportunities to build that defense up, that defensive backfield up because of what we gave up to get Trey Lance.
Yeah.
So
I will say this about 49ers though. I think they got the steal of the entire draft when it comes to defense. Samuel Womack, one of the cornerbacks they had picked up, with his skill set, he's probably going to end up getting moved to a safety. but can easily move down to cover and nickel D as well.
Yeah, he's a baller.
Yeah, I think he's going to be the steal. I think, to be honest, I have
For
a
me, the
feeling.
steal of the draft on defense, well, I already said it.
Yeah.
It's N'Kobe Dean.
Yeah,
That's my steal of the draft. That motherfucker coming damn near late in the third round. I'm like, come on, really? That monster? But hey,
now
he done. Philly did good, man.
let's get on the team who had arguably the best draft I have ever seen them have, and that's Detroit.
The Lions had a great draft. Yeah, the Lions had a very good draft. I was very impressed. I expected a good draft out of him. I trust Brad Holmes. I think Brad Holmes is doing a good job. He's been patient. He hasn't been going for the big splash. He hasn't been he's been quietly improving this team a little bit at a time. Going about his way methodically and wisely, making smart under the radar moves. I thought they had a really good draft.
Didn't they pick up a receiver with the first pick?
No, with the second pick. They picked up Aiden Hutchinson with the first pick. And then they moved up to get Jameson Williams out of Alabama.
That's who it was, Jameson Williams. He became a meme. he became a meme.
He did not look happy about going to Detroit.
he had that look like, I swear to God, y'all better get another quarterback in this bitch.
Yeah, I think he did not look happy about going to Detroit, and I'm okay with that. It is what it is. Reputation precedes you. Aiden Hutchinson, on the other hand, was absolutely freaking pumped.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
That motherfucker lost it.
Yeah, he's just going down the road. He's happy as hell about that.
Yeah.
I just got to move across the street.
Yeah. See, when you know the culture, you understand the culture, you know where you at, and you get it. You know, you're kind of whereas Jameson Williams, he ain't never been here. He only going by what he heard, what he don't know. Yeah, he'll get here, he'll get adapted. Somebody's gonna get in his ear and let him know.
Yeah.
The thing about Detroit is this: respect is everything. You show them respect, you embrace this culture, they gonna embrace the fuck out of you, and they got your back forever. You turn your back, you disrespect them, or you talk down on them, they gonna turn their back on you forever. If they ain't punks, they the nicest, they the coolest people you ever want to meet. But don't take their kindness for weakness. That's all. And if you embrace this culture, you're gonna be surprised. These motherfuckers will ride or die with your ass, flat out. And once you can do that and embody the culture of this city, like the bad boys, you saw them everywhere. You saw when the bad boy Piston was out, you didn't see Dumars, you didn't see Isaiah, but you saw pretty much the rest of them. You saw them you saw John Sally everywhere. Rick Mahorn everywhere. Vinnie Johnson, you would see them everywhere. At the clubs, at the mall, they've just infiltrated themselves in the city. They embraced the city. They embraced the culture. They became the heartbeat of it, and they embodied the heartbeat of the city. And that's why they are still to this day the most beloved franchise run of that team, the Bad Boy Pistons. That's the most beloved franchise in this city of all times. Everybody else, it was cool when the Tigers won. It was great when the Wings won. It was great when nothing. Even when the go to work Pistons, we loved them. But nobody is beloved like the Bad Boys.
Yeah.
Period. Point blank.
I will say this about Jameson Williams is, as long as Jared Goff decides to get his shit together this season, Jameson Williams will definitely, in my opinion, be Detroit's Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase.
I like the pick a whole lot. I like the fact that they had the guts to do it.
Yeah.
I like that's something that they're known more for moving back and getting more picks,
Right.
and then getting a boatload of mediocre guys. I like the fact that they said, nope, let's double up and step up and move up in the draft and take a chance on somebody and take a strike. I also like that when you compare their move to the Bears move, he made a strong freaking move.
Mhm.
Look what the Bears gave up to move up 8 spots last year.
Yeah.
You know what the Lions gave up to move up 20 spots?
Yeah.
1 pick,
Yep.
a 3rd round pick. They swapped 2nd round picks and gave up a 3rd
They swapped
to
first
move
round
up.
pick, too.
Yeah,
But the
swapped
1st round pick was in their favor.
Right.
Yeah.
That was in their favor. They swapped 2nd round pick. They swapped the 2nd round picks and gave up a 3rd to move up 20 fucking picks in the 1st round.
Yeah.
That's strong. That's a strong freaking move. That's a very underrated move.
Now, I got a question for you guys then. What team do you think did the best for the draft this season?
The Jets.
The Jets?
I was going to say Philly.
I could say the Jets as well.
Jets had so many picks, though. I mean, it's almost not fair. You got to go with the, but they just had so many picks.
Yeah, they got like a pick from every team. They had a pick from every team in the NFL at that point.
Yeah, they had so many picks. I thought for value for what they had, they're getting beat up, but I thought for what they had, I thought the Patriots didn't do bad. Value for what they had to work with. Right. You know, they had a lot of late picks. Who else did I like? Philly. I do like Philly's draft. I thought Philly did great.
Baltimore did real good as well.
Baltimore killed it. I thought Baltimore was great.
Kansas City didn't do that bad either.
No, KC didn't do bad. KC didn't do bad. I'm trying to. It's somebody else that I'm thinking of too that I thought.
The one that I haven't heard anything about though, Miami. I haven't heard anything about nothing Miami did.
Yeah, theirs was kind of uneventful.
Yeah, it was very. It was they made picks. I guess that counts for something.
So they got a bunch of bench players.
It was a very defensive minded draft. It was defensive centric. It was mostly defense and offensive line.
Yeah,
big time. You know, some wide receivers sprinkled in here. Very few quarterbacks was not there. Pittsburgh grabbed. What did you think about Pittsburgh grabbing old boy from Pittsburgh?
That's actually a really good pick.
Yeah, I could see him as a day one true competition with Mitch Trubisky, but I don't know if I see him as a day one starter just yet.
I agree 100%. I agree 100%. I'm sorry, I keep scooting up like this because my seat keep dropping down. Keep trying to pick my seat back up. Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that. I agree 100%. So I got a list here. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Did y'all have anything else to throw in there?
No, but I did have a draft-related trivia question.
Okay, hit it.
All right, so we all know Tom Brady is by far the best draft pick of all time in the NFL. What round was he selected in back in 2000 when he got drafted?
6th.
Yeah,
I didn't even bother. Everybody know that. That's.
Yeah. Do you know what number?
That was too easy.
It's like number 280 something.
No,
it was 2 something.
Do you know, OG?
No, 199.
Damn, spot on, 199.
Oh,
I thought everybody knew that.
Shit, I thought the trivia question was going to be like who was Mister?
You know what? I'd rather you. That was better than your previous ones. It would be like, all right, who was the first person taken by the Kansas City Monarchs
in the first ever draft?
In the 1847 draft. Okay, just real quick before we go to break here, I want to run down. I'm just going to run them down. You can comment as you go if you want to comment, but this is in order. I'm going to go inverse order, I should say, how the CBS Sports ranked the draft. They didn't not draft grades, just how they ranked them from 1 to 32. But we're going in inverse order. So in other words, the worst. They say the worst draft was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 31, they got the Buffalo Bills. 30, they got the Cincinnati Bengals. 29, surprised me, New York Giants.
Wow.
I thought they did okay.
Yeah.
28, the Broncos. 27, the Chargers. 26, the Patriots. 25, the Steelers.
Ooh, I don't know if I agree with
They had a good draft.
I thought they had a decent draft too. 24, Chicago Bears. 23, the Rams. What'd you say we get?
The Bears had a better draft than that.
22, the Colts. 21, the Commanders. 20, Cleveland Browns. 19, Minnesota Vikings.
We're top 20. That's good enough.
18, Houston Texans. 17, 49ers.
Okay.
Yeah, that surprised me.
Yeah.
I expected them to have them a little higher, but I mean, I didn't think it was bad. I guess they're going. I don't know. I'm not reading the commentary on why they came to these conclusions. I'm just reading them all.
Right.
How they justify these, I don't know. 16, Tennessee Titans. I thought they had a good draft. 15, Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins only had 4 picks.
I was gonna say I would not put Miami that high.
They only had 4 picks. Anyway,
any of us name one of their
another one I wouldn't have put this high. The Cowboys, 14.
No,
14. The Cowboys.
No,
I didn't really hear
not at all.
Cowboys.
Bottom 10 at least.
I thought they were horrible. I thought their draft was not. I didn't think their draft was good at all. 13, New Orleans Saints. 12, Atlanta Falcons.
They had a decent draft.
Another one that surprised me. This is too high. 11, Baltimore Ravens.
I think it should be higher, actually.
I thought they were top 5.
Yeah.
I thought they were top 5. 10, Jacksonville Jaguars.
They had a decent. No,
I wasn't real impressed with their draft.
No, I'd put them in top 20.
Of all the defensive juggernauts off of Georgia, I thought they picked the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Personally. 9, New York Jets. 9?
They would have been top 5.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
8, Las Vegas Raiders.
They had a hell of a draft.
They did have a good draft.
Yeah.
7, the Green Bay Packers.
They had a good draft too.
Yeah.
6, the Kansas City Chiefs.
I could agree.
Chiefs in the top 25.
Huh?
I wouldn't have put them up that high.
Who? What'd you say?
Casey?
they would have been in my top 25, but they wouldn't be in my
Kansas
top
City
10.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
I'd have them in my top 5.
I mean, I'm okay with them where they are.
Okay.
They had a good draft.
Yeah.
Sky Moore out of Western Michigan. Watch out. I'm telling y'all, I know y'all don't know him, but Sky Moore out of Western Michigan is probably I won't say he's fast as Tariq, but guess what?
He's quick.
That motherfucker can go. He can go.
That's they ain't catching his ass.
Oh, he's a fast boy, man. He's fast as hell. So yeah, he's kind of like Tyreek coming into the league, needed some polishing before he could be a receiver. Because Tyreek, a lot of people forget Tyreek was just nothing but a return specialist at first.
Yeah.
So I think he's kind of in that same kind of mold, maybe. But yeah, he's fast as hell. And he was third round. He was their third pick. Number 5, Detroit.
Ooh, I don't know. I'd have him at my top 3.
So Detroit was number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Seattle Seahawks.
They had a decent draft. I don't know about number 4.
No, I don't know about number 4 either.
Top 10, yes, but number 4, I don't know.
Number 3, Philadelphia Eagles.
Philly
I
did
could
their
see that
thing.
they're in my top 3.
Number 2, the Arizona Cardinals.
Who did they pick up?
I don't agree with that.
Good question.
Yeah, exactly. I don't agree with
You
that.
got the
at all.
tight end, Trey McBride, Cameron Thomas, edge
Right.
rusher.
McBride's a good pick.
They got 36. They got Maya Sanders or Majai Sanders, whatever his fucking name is. Out of edge rusher out in Cincinnati. So they got 2 edges. Keontae Ingram, running back out of USC. That's a good one.
They hit everything they need right there.
Yeah, they got another defensive end, a cornerback, an edge rusher, and an OG, an offensive guard.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I do want to point out real quick before I name the number 1 team. In round 5, was it? No, it was in round 6 with pick 33 in round 6. The Lions picked an edge rusher, but he's kind of I think he's going to be a linebacker. He's kind of because he played both in college, linebacker and edge. James Houston out of Jackson State under the tutelage of Deion. Watch this kid because he started out at the University of Florida and was nice. And he transferred because he wanted to play for Deion. And he dominated. And of course, coming out of HBCU, that's probably why he dropped, but he still got in the league. Why? Remember this name, James Houston, man. I like this kid. Yeah. He's a good baller, man, and I think he's going to get some run.
And he's one of, 4 HBCU players that got drafted this year?
Yes, and all of them, I think, going to get some run in this game, in this league. And but see, the Lions have a weak spot at linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude can play. He can find himself a spot on this roster. And I really hope he does make it. I'm looking forward to it. And the number 1, the team they said had the best draft is the Carolina Panthers.
I would not put them at number 1.
I don't agree with this list at all, but that's the list.
I mean, the bottom of the list sounds about right because they really didn't have nothing to pick with, pick from. Tampa Bay started off their draft with a damn punter.
Did they? Good Lord. I didn't know that.
I saw Tampa Bay make was a punter.
Did they pick a punter first? Hold up. That could have
Right? I'm
no.
like, hey,
They got a punter in the fourth round,
Oh,
man.
either way, that's way
they
too
didn't
high
have
to
no
go up
picks.
for a punter.
They didn't have no picks until then, did they?
Yeah, they got Logan Hall in the second round. They had a 1, 2, 3, 2 fours.
Because I want to say they traded Minnesota for a second round pick.
Yeah, so but none of these names really jump out at you though.
No.
So I get it. So anyway, man, let's take a short break and move on to another segment, shall we? Y'all
Let's
cool
do
with
it.
that?
Cool.
Well, you're listening to the Showdown, y'all.
Yo, that's like fucking GoldenEye or 007 meets fucking Michael Myers meets hip hop. That was dope as hell.
Yeah, yeah, I dug that, man. I dug that, Pete. That was dope.
Big Ed, you muted, by the way.
That's called Nightmare on Elm Street hip hop.
I dig it. Bro, you
I
were
was gonna say
muted.
that was Freddie, not Michael Myers.
Yeah, I was sitting here thinking, I was like, I got that wrong, but I ain't changing my what I said. I got too much pride for that.
I got you. Well, there is some more. It's a scary music theme here.
I'm digging
So
it. It works with the new overlay.
I got another scary. I got a couple more scary music, hip hop beats if we get to them.
Right?
Maybe if we normally only get to two, so maybe we'll close out with the third one instead of our normal theme song on the closeout.
I can work with it.
Okay, all right, because I got another scary. It's like a Halloween theme.
Right. All right. So we all know that the NFL draft from last week is going to dominate this show today. So let's
Why
go
not?
ahead and get out the way the NBA playoffs.
Which is going on now, actually.
Right.
The current records for round 2 are the Suns are up against the Mavs 1-0. The Warriors up against the Grizzlies. They're up by 1-0. The Heat are up 1-0 against the 76ers. And the Bucks are up 1-0 against the Celtics.
The Bucks and Celtics is going to be a really good series, but Memphis and Golden State is even better. Watching Steph versus Ja Morant is pure poetry, man. I mean, I just say watch it if you can, and we're missing it because they're on tonight, and I hate that we're missing it, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's those two. That's two young ballers going at it. I guess Steph ain't all that young anymore, right?
No, not anymore. No.
He's just a babyface assassin, but it's still a good matchup. And Ja is a monster.
Well, I am going to call it now. The Suns are going to sweep the Mavs. That's my call.
They're going to sweep what?
The Mavericks.
Oh, because you cut out.
Yeah, my
the
bad.
Suns will probably sweep the Mavs, and they'll meet up with Golden State. Golden State has too much experience for Ja, and experience does mean a lot,
I'll be real. I
especially
think
in
the
the playoffs.
Grizzlies are going to come out with an upset.
It wouldn't be an upset, actually. The Grizzlies are the 2 seed. That said, I don't think Dallas is getting swept. Luka Doncic is not to be underrated. Luka is balling. They're getting the game out of Phoenix. They're getting at least a game. I think they're taking at least 2. I don't think it goes. I don't think it goes less than 6. I think they get 2. I think Memphis and I think Memphis and Golden State. I'm going to agree that I think in the end it's going to be experience that wins this for Golden State. The fact that they've been here and done that. Draymond is still a clown though. Got thrown out of game 1 on some clown shit, and then did pull the Antonio Brown jumping around. It was clown shit. It really was. And you got too much. You got too much experience to do that.
Yeah.
So you're acting like the new guy. But I do think Memphis has a more talented team. But Golden State has more experience. I think the talent is very close. I'll put it that way. They are very close talent-wise. And I think what puts Golden State over the top is the fact that they've been here and done this before.
Yeah.
Especially with the chemistry that they have, too.
Yeah. But Milwaukee has been the most understated team in the league. It reminds me of how Pittsburgh used to always fly under the radar all season. Then in the end, you look up and like, damn, they only lost 3 games? Right?
Or like last season, damn, how the hell they're in the playoffs?
Or how they snuck into the wild card and then all of a sudden was in the Super Bowl.
They do this all the time. Pittsburgh does it a lot because they'll come out slow. They'll come out and lose their first 4 games. Like, damn, Pittsburgh 0-4. They ain't shit this year. So you stop paying attention. Next thing you know, it's like, damn, they ain't lose no more. That was all it. Wait a minute. They 12-4? How did that happen?
Big Head reached for the blood and dropped the mic. I saw that.
So yeah, but they are somehow Milwaukee flew under the radar, and them in Boston are 2 very good. I think Boston and Milwaukee are the best 2 teams in the East.
Yeah.
And Giannis is just freaking
name that they had to meet up now.
Right.
It is. This should be the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And Giannis is too damn good to be believing. I mean, it's hard. What do you do? This dude is too freaking good.
It's starting to look like a Wayz versus bracket at this point, where you got teams going up against each other who deserve to go up against each other later on.
I know, right? Yeah. So this is going to be. I think it's getting interesting now. Philly, who is Philly playing? Chicago, is it?
No,
or Miami? Miami. I like Miami there. Unless Embiid can really, really put a show on, because I just don't trust James Harden in the playoffs.
Yeah, Harden ain't gonna do it.
I don't trust him in the playoffs. I never have. I never will until he wins.
He tries to do too much.
He doesn't do enough. He just chokes. He's been a choke artist his whole career. He's been a choke artist in the playoffs.
That's kind of what I'm saying, though. He does too much to where he doesn't do anything at all.
Yeah, and I don't know if I totally agree with that. I just think he just chokes. I mean, he does, man. They came out, I'll never forget. They came out, it was a game 7 against San Antonio, and everything fell into place for them to win. For when he was in Houston, everything fell into place for you to take home this game 7 and move on. And this asshole comes out and scores 7 points.
Yeah.
You know, get your ass out of here. Yeah, he's been a choker. He's been a choker his whole career in the playoffs. And until he wins one, I just don't believe in him.
Right.
I won't do it. He's great in the regular season.
He'll get you there. But he ain't gonna win it.
Yeah, so we'll see how that plays out. We'll see. They really need him beat, or I think Miami gonna get him because Jimmy Buckets is the exact opposite. Jimmy Butler is the exact opposite. He's mediocre all year long, but somehow in the playoffs, this nigga becomes a superstar. He goes bananas. He's the exact opposite of Harden, and that's what I think is the problem Philly has right now.
Yeah.
Or should I say, the problem they're going to have. And Doc Rivers is Doc Rivers is known for blowing some playoff leads as a coach. He's given up more 3-1 leads than anybody. He's taken 3-1 leads in the playoffs and lost that series more than anybody in the history of this game.
He do that with the Clippers.
He did that with the Clippers. He did that with he did that with Boston, and he almost did it just last series. They were up 3-0 against Toronto and almost lost. Gave it up. Almost blew it. So they were fortunate to Embiid stepped up. So that game, if that would have went to a game 7, he would have blew it again. So yeah, I'm not trusting him. He did it with the Clippers, I think, twice actually.
Yep. And weren't those like the first 2 times they was in the playoffs in like 80 years?
Yeah, something like that. Been a long time.
All right. How in the world? All right. I don't even know how that's possible. And all right,
That was with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin.
Yeah, Chris Paul is on a mission, man.
Oh yeah, he want that chip.
He does. I would like for him to get it, but if somehow Ja Morant makes it to the finals, I will be rooting against him. If Ja can get past Steph, I'm rooting against you, Chris. I'm rooting for Ja. I don't care. I'm still rooting for him. And you know, it's interesting because Ja and Steph are like my 2 guys that I discovered before the average person. I won't say before everybody, but before the average fan, I discovered Steph and Ja the same way. And early in their college careers, said this guy is special. And, you know, and because they both went to small schools and nobody was paying attention to him. And I was saying, this guy is special. And both of them, and now so it's tough. It's tough for me to watch because I like both of those guys so much. Because we all know Steph became special, and now everybody's finding out Ja is special too. So I'm proud of those 2 guys. I'm proud of myself for discovering them early. But right now, Ja is my guy. Steph, you already proved me right. I was happy for you then, but now Riley's grown. Riley's not a kid anymore. No. Remember, Riley used to turn when they were man. Riley Curry used to be the best. I used to look so forward to Riley Curry in the press conferences. She was just so damn entertaining. She would be the funniest.
Hey, and Aisha can cook her ass off.
Aisha got a restaurant in Houston.
Yep.
I never went though.
Didn't she have a cooking show too?
Yeah, she did. But I never went to her restaurant.
Yeah.
She wasn't there. Why am I going? How's it yours? I feel like I had been eating gummies.
That's me blowing the smoke through the computer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm getting the contact of Big Ed.
All right, I got
Wait, what else you got for us?
I got another trivia before we move back onto the NFL.
Okay.
All right, so what NBA team has the most playoff losses in history?
The New York Knicks.
No,
The Boston Celtics.
no, they actually have the most playoff wins.
I know they got the most playoff wins, but I just figured since they've been more than anybody, they might have the most losses too. That's how I came up with that.
Wasn't it about a span of like 13 years that they was always like in the conference?
11 straight. They went to 11 straight. They won 11 titles.
Yeah.
God damn. It's actually the Sacramento Kings.
I ain't think they've been to the playoffs enough to have enough. Well, shit, I mean, I don't even remember them going to the damn playoffs. Never would have got that one. I'm trying to think of teams that's been there a lot. If you've been there a lot, you have more opportunities to lose.
It was good at one time though. They, when they had Vladdy and Chris Webber, and it was okay.
That was a very short-lived stint.
Yeah.
Because Chris Webber messed up his arm and was never the same.
Right.
That was an ugly injury too when he hurt his shoulder. That was very ugly. You saw it. You knew it. I thought his career was over. It was never the same, but it wasn't over. But yeah, that was an ugly injury.
Yeah, well, you can't shoot no more after you fuck your shoulder up.
Yeah, and he was so aggressive. He was so aggressive to the basket, and it took a lot of that aggression away.
Yep.
All right, so let's move on.
Let's do that.
Let's get back to the NFL draft of this year. Let's go ahead and put in our personal draft grades, and we're going to go in alphabetical order, A to Z.
Okay.
So Arizona, what grade do you guys give them?
A B minus.
I was gonna say a C.
I gave them a B. I was being generous. Atlanta Falcons.
A B minus.
Same,
unanimous. Baltimore Ravens.
A plus.
I give them an A.
I gave them an A as well. Buffalo Bills.
C
minus.
I gave them a B. Carolina.
I give them a C.
I give them a B.
I gave them a B plus. Cincinnati.
C minus.
A D.
C plus. Chicago.
A D.
I give them a B.
I gave them a B minus.
Give them a D.
Cleveland.
A D.
A D.
C minus. You guys are giving a lot of guys the D.
I give a lot of bitches the D.
Denver.
C.
C plus.
B minus. Dallas.
A D.
You guys got to think, so I'm going to go C plus.
No,
He
I
said
a
D.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Detroit.
B.
A minus.
I gave them an A plus. Green Bay.
I gave them an A minus because they didn't grab N'Kobe Dean, and I was mad. So that's why they didn't. That's the minus.
Okay, I got you.
My heart says give them an F, because fuck Green Bay. But my head is gonna give them a B.
I'm gonna give him a B.
I give them a B. That's another unanimous. Houston.
A.
Give them a B.
I gave them a C. Indianapolis.
A B.
A B minus.
I gave them B plus. Jacksonville.
B minus.
What'd you say, Big Ed?
I gave them a C minus.
I gave them a C. Kansas City.
I'll give them a B.
I think I'm gonna go B plus.
I gave them an A plus. Raiders.
B.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a B.
Gave them a B plus. Chargers.
C.
C minus.
I gave them a B. Rams.
C minus.
I said C.
Oh, C minus. All right. Dolphins.
C, senor.
D.
I gave them a D for Dolphins. Minnesota.
I'll give them a B.
I give him a B plus.
I gave them a B. New England.
A D.
Give them a C minus.
I gave them a D minus.
Ooh. They almost flunked the test.
Yeah. New Orleans.
I'll give them a C.
I give him a B.
I gave them a C plus. Giants.
I thought that was an A minus.
Yeah, I'd put them at an A minus also.
I gave them a B minus. Jets.
A plus.
A minus.
A plus. Pity.
B minus.
Oh.
Pittsburgh. Sorry, I jumped.
Oh.
One. Yeah, I just realized my mistake there.
Pittsburgh, a B.
I gave them a B plus. I was actually impressed with their draft. Philly.
A.
A. Another unanimous. San Fran.
B minus.
You said B, bro?
Yep.
I gave them a B as well.
B minus.
Seattle.
A minus.
I'll give them a B plus.
I gave them a flat A. Buccaneers.
I'll
C.
give them a D.
I'm gonna went with C minus. Tennessee.
B minus.
B plus.
I gave them a B minus. Washington.
C.
Minus.
What'd you say, Big Ed?
C minus.
I gave them a C minus as well. And that is all teams.
All of the teams. What about the Zuckerberg the team that start with the Z?
The Zuckerberg Facebookers.
The Zuckerberg.
The Zuckerberg Info Pirates.
The Zuckerberg social distance.
I will give them an F minus.
What about Zoom?
Zoom.
Zuckerberg Zoom.
All right, I'll give them an A plus plus because without Zoom, we will not be doing this damn show.
There it is. How about that?
All right, you guys need a break?
Let's take a break real quick, y'all. Y'all listening to the Showdown. Yo, that's our short break, showdown intermission, as you see, and we are back and in living color. What movie was that one from?
That was Jigsaw and Saw.
That was Jigsaw and Saw. You got that one right, damn it.
Oh yeah, ain't no mistaking that. That makes you want to punch a nigga and put him in a bear trap. All right. So this is my final question for you guys tonight, or correction, our final subject of the night. With the Dynasty League, we got our rookie draft coming up here.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys thinking? Who are some of the players you're suggesting? Some of your sleepers for this draft? And if you do not feel like fulfilling that information, what would you like to say to the rest of the people within our league?
Well, Big Ed, you got something to say? I'm gonna let you speak first. I want to speak last on this. Yeah, you got to turn your mic on. Going on and on. He just going on and on too. Just yapping. Okay, nobody hearing but the dog.
You said, "All right, guys, make sure to draft Ben Roethlisberger first."
Right. Go ahead and pick up Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah, I really ain't got shit to say. I got to keep my strategy to myself this year.
All right. Well, I'm going to give a piece of strategy advice to the rest of the players in the Dynasty League. Kickers and punters are the way you want to go. If you do not go with kickers and punters, I guarantee you're going to lose this season.
Gotta have the kickers, man. Gotta have the kickers. I'm gonna say this. I have looked at my roster and know what I need with kind of positions I want to fill. I'm giving another warning out to everybody that this year there is a major change, and that is that you are able to start two quarterbacks. So you will be able to start two quarterbacks in this league this season. We're trying that for the first time. I like the idea. I'm going to let it run with this for at least 3 seasons before I make a decision to either move forward with it or without it. I don't see myself taking it out. I kind of like the idea. But that said, it's going to be important to find you a QB if you don't have one. Just makes it that much more interesting to me. There are a lot of good players out there that don't really fit what I'm looking for. I'm in a dilemma. Do I go after the talent, or do I go after the needs and the positions that I see that I want the way I want to build my team? And that's going to be my challenge. But it's going to be a lot of fun. The Dynasty League started last year. It was our first year. It is a Dynasty League, and that's the play on words of dynasty. And it's our first. It's the groups. We're in the group called Southwest Fantasy Football League, and it is the group's first Dynasty League. There was immediately 2 copycats right behind mine, but it's a copycat. It is what it is, you know. And now there's a third in the group because the Showdown is going to have a Dynasty League starting this year as well. So I like Dynasty Leagues. I think I'm going to, other than the leagues that I won, I think I'm going to drop out or maybe get into some pay leagues. But I think I want to just do Dynasty Leagues because I really like building. I like building teams. That's something that I like. If I was in football, I would want to be a GM more than a coach or a player. I like building teams. Yeah. So this is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. We are the first draft of the season. It is coming up this week. I wanted to do my draft a week after the NFL draft so that all of the rookie news is still fresh in everybody's mind as we do a rookie only draft. It's going to be short and sweet. It won't take up a lot of time, but it's going to be a lot of free agents left because it's not going to be a long drawn out draft. I think it's three, maybe 5 rounds.
3 rounds.
5 rounds.
I think I did bump it up to 5. I started off with 3 and I think I bumped it to 5 if I'm not mistaken. And we may bump it back down to 3 in the future. I'm experimenting with it, and I am a person that believes in the living document. So, in other words, I don't mind tweaking and making changes to improve my league year after year after year, and that's why my nasty football league is one of the longest running is the longest running league in that group, because I've never been shy about making changes. I try something. If it don't work next year, we don't do it again. I'm not stubborn to the fact where, well, we're gonna keep trying until it works. No, we'll just toss it out and do something different. So I'm looking forward to it, guys, and I know it's going to be a very competitive season. For those that didn't pay attention in the off season, you missed out on a lot of off season free agents because the league didn't stop.
No.
We had a very short time off after the championship, and the league was opened right back up, ready for the following season, and people started making moves and grabbing free agents. So if you didn't jump in early, you missed out. So that's that. And on that note, man, I don't have anything else. What you all got?
Nothing else for the showdown.
Well, shit, I'm going to put this shout out there real quick about the Showdown Dynasty League. If any of our viewers are interested in joining, just comment down. I'll message you, hook you up with an invite.
Why don't you do this, bro?
What's that?
Why don't you just put a link in the description?
You know what? Yeah, I'll do that. Just that. I'm going to put a link in the description. But feel free to join us because we going to talk shit. And I can guarantee you, if you're facing me any week, I will talk shit about you before and after whether I lose or win.
Well, I'm not going to talk shit about you. I'm just going to beat your ass.
Same here. Biggie said it best. Real killers move in silence with violence.
Fuck that. I'm a shit talker. I want you to want to punch me.
On that note, man, we out of here. I want to thank you all for joining us on the Showdown tonight. Yes, it's draft time. It's getting scary, so we played all scary music tonight. Want to make sure y'all join us again next time for the Showdown. This is the What Up Though Show Network. We got a lot of great shows you want to check out. The Smoke Session 612, the What Up Though Show itself, as well as the Wayz verse, and of course, the Showdown. On behalf of my crew, Big Ed and Wayz, I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson, and we out. Peace.